All right, hey guys, what's going on? It's That Home Theater Dude. Got a brand new episode for today. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Elite Screens Ultra Short Throw Screen. This thing is actually really cool. It's going to be a perfect pairing with an Ultra Short Throw projector. I'm going to get into the pros and cons of it, the details. I'm going to do it right after the intro. All right guys, let's go ahead and start this video. So big shout out to Elite Screens as well as Samsung North America. They basically coordinated with each other and me to get both of these things in the house at the same time. I don't own any of these things. They basically just sent them out for review and I got to send them on back. They don't have any say in what I'm saying here right now. They're not reviewing any of this footage before I get it published, so there's no pay for play. You guys aren't watching a commercial for that company. This is legitimately my experience and my thoughts of having both of these units in the house. So I've already done a dedicated review of the Samsung LSP9T. It's a triple laser 4K ultra short throw type of projection system, and it's basically an all-in-one box. I've done that in a separate video. This isn't going to cater towards that one way or the other. This video is more focused on the screen itself. This is a 120-inch screen. This is a 120-inch ultra short throw elite screen, and just look at it. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna step out of frame real quick. So I mean, I will fault myself because I didn't take into consideration whenever I was mounting this thing. I basically mounted it a little bit too low. So that means that you'll see some black bars on the left and right. I did it wrong. I basically just hurried and winded it up really quick, and it's been up ever since, and I never decided to take it down. So that's one for me that I didn't do perfectly, but again, it wasn't meant to be a permanent fixation in this house. I knew I had to send them back anyway. So the screen actually does a really good job. This is an ultra short throw screen supposed to be mated with an ultra short throw projector. Any ultra short throw projector you get out there, they're all roughly around the same type of performance. Now with the one that I used, well, let me just explain this. The screen is going to be a specific type of screen. So an ultra short throw screen has ambient light rejecting technology built into it, but not every ambient light technology screen is ultra short throw capable. The reason why you want to make a screen, made a screen to ultra short throw projector is so that if you were to take this thing out of the box, put it onto the wall, or just shine it straight onto the wall, half your image is going to be on the ceiling. So you really want to avoid that at all costs possible. And then another way is that if you do have an ultra short throw projector, you just put it on ALR screen, you're not getting the full effect of the ultra short throw projector. The reason why you want an ultra short throw projector, I don't know how many more times I could say that, but it's because you want to get that big TV-like experience without the drawback of having a projection system. Any projection system out there, if you shine it onto a white wall and you have light, this is a nightmare environment, by the way. I have a studio light here. I have 3 big windows over here that are open. I have a back door back there, kitchen here with a bunch of lights, and then I have a light on right here. So obviously, if this were 2-piece projection, you wouldn't be able to see jack on this screen if it was a white screen. So this optimizes it specifically for this environment. I mean, like it's in a living room. I mean, there's tons of light in here. That's the reason why they made these type of things. And that's the reason why I think the ultra short throw game is just killing it right now, is because people want the big TV experience. Because if you were to go out and spend, what is it? The biggest one they have right now is, I think it's like 100 inches or 98 inches. And it's like $70K or $50,000. No one's gonna spend that much money on these things except for the ultra wealthy. These things are a lot more affordable, a lot more attainable, and it doesn't give you a lot of the drawbacks that you have to do with a rear projection system. So you don't have to hire a professional to come out and mount it. You don't have to hire a professional to come out and install the cabling or the power cord or any of that stuff. It's easy. You just take it out of the box, put it on a bookshelf, put the screen on the wall, you're done. So that's the main reason why people like to go with these things. So everyone always asks me, hey, I want an ultra short throw projector. I love it. It has, you know, the speakers built into it. It has a smart features built right into it. It's basically a TV, but just bigger. Can I mount this on the ceiling and then have my image? No. It's yes, but no. You can do it. You can physically do that, but I would only recommend doing that in a pitch black environment. You don't have any light one way or the other. And the reason why I'm saying that is because ultra short throw screens are proprietary type of screens. So any light coming from the bottom, which is where the projector is going to be sitting, it's going to be sending that light to the screen, and microscopically on the screen, if you actually run your fingers across it, you'll feel a texture. So it's a kinked out kind of design to where this is flat, right? So whenever light hits this flat part, it's going to bounce back into your eyes at the proper angle of incidence. So doing that, whenever it's kinked up like that, it doesn't allow the rest of the light from the room to influence that image that's being reflected into your eyes. Does that make sense? So that's the reason why you want to go with an ultra short throw screen. Now, there are ambient light rejecting screens out there that aren't ultra short throw, and there are ultra short throw screens out there that aren't ambient light rejecting. So let's not interchange those type of verbiages in this video. So this is an ultra short throw screen that does have ambient light technology built into it. So that's the main reason why people buy them, and that's the main reason why you don't want to flip the screen upside down, because these screens are directional. This is made to be the way it is now. If I were to physically take this thing and move it, I've even made another video about this. It's kind of like a magic trick. You're looking at it right now, and then it's basically gray, right? Or it's basically gray. You flip it, and then it's white. So the white side is what your projector is shining onto. That reflects back into your eyes. The gray side is the stuff that's being rejected anywhere else. So that basically helps you guys understand on how these things work. Elite Screens did a really good job with this screen itself. I know I've done another video review for Elite Screens, and the president of the company wasn't too happy with it. He actually asked me to take it down. He actually asked me to change it, and I told him I wouldn't, so I just got rid of the video. But this one is a lot better. I think that they did a great job on this type of material with ultra short throw. Again, it kind of still follows the same path. These lower type of tier screens, they're really budget friendly. They're really attainable for almost anyone out there, but you get what you pay for. So a lot of the times these materials aren't as robust and as heavy and as structurally rigid as the more expensive counterparts, but then again, they're not meant to be. They're meant to be affordable for everyone to grab them, So I've basically had an issue whenever I was assembling this thing that the bottom lip wouldn't necessarily fit on the track itself. I had to do a little finagling, and even still right now, you can notice that there's a little bit of a wiggle room on that bottom lip on the border of itself. I'm sure if I were to talk to them and they could walk me through a fix of some sorts, but again, I don't talk to the companies whenever I'm doing these videos, basically just to give you my honest and accurate testimonial. Again, it's probably something that's easily fixable, but I mean, I just didn't do it. It's a zero edge kind of type of frame, which is really, really cool. Basically, it looks like a window, a picture frame on the wall. Really, really enjoy that. I did notice that they used springs as tensioning materials on this. Now, I read the instructions. I don't think I read it well enough. The instructions are probably fine, but just in my experience, I tried to do it a different way. I basically over-tensioned it to where it went onto a different ledge versus the perch that it was supposed to be on. So I think I actually enabled this to happen, but the tension on the springs was just a little weak afterwards. It looked fine. The picture image looked fine for the first 2 weeks. I did start to notice there's a little bit of waviness in there later on down the road. But again, I think I'm taking full blame for this one because I over-tensioned those springs. I'm sure if I asked them to send out new springs, I could put the fresh ones on there in the right locations this time, and then I wouldn't have any image or any problems with the image whatsoever. But then again, I like to give you guys the most accurate, honest stuff here. I could sit there and say all day long, this is a perfect screen, but in my specific scenario, I'm taking blame for this one. I think I messed up. But again, that's my fault. That's not theirs, so I'm not going to ding them for that. I'm pretty sure that I messed up on this unit. But if I messed up, pretty much anyone else can mess up too. So we're all human, but they're here to help you out. If you guys do mess them up, I'm sure that they'll take your call if you give them a call on their customer service line. But that was my fault, so I'm going to take credit for that one. Lastly, I think that the overall image that you're going to get out of it, it's pretty good. I mean, with these less expensive screens, you're definitely getting what you pay for. The build quality is pretty good. I would definitely recommend bumping up the build quality just a little bit. To me, I would like it to be to where I can't flex the screen per se, but whenever you put this thing on the wall, you can notice that it will flex back and forth, top and bottom, but they do have a reinforcement bar in there to help out with that. So once I put that in, it definitely helped out, per se, but it wasn't 100% solid like the more professional screens that I'm used to installing, in general. So I think that's it. I mean, there really isn't much to say about this unit. I know I did have another video out from Elite Screens from before. I think the owner of the company didn't necessarily like what I had to say about him, so he basically asked me to change some things, or he even called and told me that my setup was wrong and that the video was wrong. So kind of got a little sore about it, so we just ended up squashing that video. I think this experience with Elite Screens has been a little bit better, and some of those things that I thought in the beginning, still hold true today. I mean, again, the only real downside is the build quality of these. It's attractive price, but other than that, I mean, you do suffer a little bit on the wobblies left and right. But that's all I got. I mean, to be honest, I really enjoy this thing. The wife loves the ultra short throw projector screen combo. We watch, you know, Friends on this thing. We watch movies on it. I mean, whether it be WandaVision at night or we're watching, you know, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air during the day or something like that. I mean, it gets all kinds of multiple use. And to be honest, I highly recommend that you guys check out this ultra short throw projection craze. I think that it's here to stay, and I think it's just going to be getting better and better. Hopefully the prices start coming down on this stuff, because even the Samsung behind me, I think MSRP on it's like a shade under $6,500. So that's without screen. There are systems out there that do come with screens, but again, you're going to want a screen. I'm a huge proponent of it. The reason why, like I was talking about drywall, it has texture, and not every single wall that you have is going to be absolutely straight up and down or even absolutely perfect straight. So whenever we took this thing out of the box in, well, not this one, but another one in Colorado, we just took it out of the box. It was a nice flat wall, which looked great. I really haven't seen too many that are like that in the United States. But it was a nice flat wall, no texture on it, but it wasn't true. The wall wasn't true. Whenever you had it on there and you set the projector up perfectly left and right, top and bottom, even have it, the yaw on it perfect, it still had a keystone to it because the wall physically caved in on one side and it looked flat. If you're looking at it straight up and down, looks flat. But again, mostly no one has an ideally perfect room. I mean, these houses go up really quick in America, and sometimes even with weather and stuff outside, things can flex and shift and move. So that's the reason why you need a screen. You're gonna get all the benefits of it, tons of light in the room, no real downside. Spend the money, grab a nice screen. That's all I got for you guys. If you guys like this video, let me know down below. I mean, it's been a lot of fun having the Elite screen and the Samsung Ultra Short Throw projector in the house. Definitely recommend that you guys check one of these out if you haven't already. I really got nothing else for you. I'm not being paid one way or the other for this stuff. I'm not going to leave affiliate links down below. If you guys want some of this stuff, you guys can find the proper channels to go out and buy these. Really appreciate you guys for watching. That's all I got. Catch you next time.